Hello students, moving toward the second part of the organization of the hospital pharmacy. In this lecture, we will cover all the personal requirements of the hospital pharmacy, what are the floor space requirements and the requirements of the hospital pharmacist, and the abilities required of the hospital pharmacist. So moving with the personal requirements, so what are the facilities required in the hospital pharmacist? If we see for the smaller hospitals with one pharmacist only and one room is required for the pharmacy, having a combination of dispensing, manufacturing, administration of and all the other sections of complete pharmaceutical services. Okay. For sterile product, there should be a separate room or area for maintaining the aseptic area. And if we see the larger hospitals, we need at least 200 or more beds, and departmentalization of the pharmacy activities is almost required. And the separate area is required for inpatient services and unit dosing dispensing. Other requirements are the outpatient services and office for the chief pharmacist, compounding room or repacking room, and the labeling room. And we require a storeroom and a sterile product room. So these are the requirements by the hospital pharmacy, and a separate area of the drug information services, and a space is required, for a unit drug this administration. So moving forward, with the first requirement, uh, the floor requirements. For the floor requirements, we need at least 250 square feet 250 square feet is the minimum required area for any size hospitals, and 10 square feet per bed in 100 bedded hospitals. And floor of the pharmacy should be smooth, easily washable, so that it can be easily washable and acid resistant. In manufacturing sections, the drain should be provided with the wall, and the wall should be smooth, so that all the drainage should be clean from the manufacturing sections. And the paint of the manufacturing section should be with a light color, so that all the things should be visible. And wooden cabinets are laminated. Wooden cabinets are enameled as well as laminated, so that no fungus or moisture is present in the cabinets. And a fluorescent lamp are placed above the prescription counter, and the gas outlets are required on the work table, that is your counter of Bunsen burner. So next is the requirement on the basis of bed strength. Whatever the bed strength, according to that, we require area in a square feet. For the storeroom, if we have 100 bed, we require a 450 square feet area for the storeroom. And if we have 300 bed, we require 1000 square feet. 700 bed for 2400 square feet. So same as for the dispensary, for 100 bed we require 350 square feet, 300 bed for require 500 square feet, 700 beds require 800 square feet dispensary area. For the office, 100 bed require 110 square feet, 300 bed require 150 square feet, 700 beds require 200 square feet area. For the manufacturing of compressed tablets and capsules, for tablets, for the 700 beds we require 900 square feet, and for the capsules for 700 bed hospital require 200 square feet area. For manufacturing under aseptic conditions, for the eye drops, eye lotions, and other preparations for external use, in that 300 beds require 250 square feet and 700 beds require 250 square feet. For the parent rooms, for 300 beds require 600 square feet area of parent rooms, and 700 beds require 600 square feet area. Next are the equipments used for the hospital pharmacy. Basically, we can divide the equipments in two parts: fixed equipments and movable equipments. Fixed equipments which are installed during the construction of the building, like your counters, cabinets, sink, elevators, and all. And movable equipments are equipments which are not installed permanently with the building and which could be moved as per the need of the person by the pharmacist, like your balances, desks, cards, mixtures. Okay. So while selection of the equipments, it must be ensured that how to provide the good service with the minimum cost and how the service could be provided efficiently. So these 2 points should be kept in mind. For the equipments, we require a prescription case, drug stock cabinets with proper shelves and drawers, sectional drawer cabinets with cupboard spaces, work tables and counters for routine dispensing, sink with a drain board, cabinet to store the mortar and pestle, cabinet for glass utensils, flasks, funnels and beakers, refrigerators for suitable capacity, narcotic safe with individually locked drawers, office desk with telephone connections, and file cabinet, dispensing window for nurses and outpatients. So these are the equipments which are required for the hospital pharmacist. Next, we will see the persons required in the hospital pharmacy. So this is basically a hierarchy level classification. The organized hospital pharmacy department has an integrated setup consisting of the dispensing section, manufacturing sections, quality section, and clinical pharmacy sections. So there will be a administrator. Next, there will be a HOD pharmacy, which can be a M.Pharm PhD with experience of a specialization in clinical pharmacy and pharmacy practice or pharmacology or PharmD with experience. So basically divided into 9 parts. First is your dispensing chemist. A dispensing chemist, it can be a B Pharm assisted by the D Pharm, and it can be inpatient dispensing or an outpatient dispensing. Next is your clinical pharmacist. Clinical pharmacist can be a PharmD or a M.Pharm or a B Pharm with a higher experience. Next is your quality control pharmacist. For quality control, our M.Pharm will assist by the B Pharm, and there is next section is your medical store pharmacist. Medical store pharmacist can be a B Pharm which will assist to the D Pharm, and the manufacturing chemist, it can be a manufacturing like of the IV fluids or other manufacturing things like tablets, capsules, liquid injections, or sorry, external PPNS are adequate D Pharm assistance in all the sections we require. So number of standards or the rules. So the number of standards rules regarding the requirement of the person for inpatient pharmacy. So there is no standard rules are required for the persons for the inpatient pharmacy, and the number of pharmacists required for a hospitals are calculated on the basis of the workload and the number of the bed available. For a small hospital, minimum 3 pharmacists are required. As the number of bed increases, the number of pharmacists also increases. The pharmacist should be possess adequate pharmacy qualification and experiences. If the manufacturing drugs is involved in the pharmacy, adequate number of technicians, assistants and peons are required. So these are the requirement of the pharmacist, number of pharmacists required in a hospital. For 50 beds, we require 3 pharmacists, 100 beds require 5 pharmacists, 200 beds require 8, and 300 beds required 10, and lastly 500 beds required 15 pharmacists.